Hey guys, Cycle5 here with episode number 48 of our West Brom career mode on FIFA 20. Now, kicking this episode off, we are taking on Manchester City in the FA Cup. But before we get into any of the action, just want to say, this video was edited by my brother, not me. So his link will be in the description. He hasn't uploaded in like 7 months, so if will he ever make a video again, we'll never know. But this game is against Man City in the FA Cup. We are at Wembley, and the team we will face in the final will be between Spurs or Liverpool. Obviously, we'll find that out after today's game. We are obviously playing our game first, but a brilliant there ball. Marlon gets in behind the defensive line. Brilliant run. It's a really nice ball by Tonali as well. And it is 1-0, 9 minutes into this game. We're already in front. Like we said so many times before, we have got Pep's number. We know how to beat Pep Guardiola, and the answer is Marlon. If you are struggling against Pep in career mode, sign Marlon. He'll score goals for you. He's already got 3 goals in the FA Cup this season. He hasn't even started. I think this is his first start in the FA Cup. Obviously, we've been using the rotation side quite a lot. He came in against, I think it was against, no, it wasn't against Burnley. It was against Wigan. Oh no, Huddersfield. It was against Huddersfield. We were 2-1 down against Huddersfield, and he came in and made it 3-2 in like 10 minutes after being subbed on. So he has been really good so far this season in the FA Cup. He's saved us. He's been brilliant in the Premier League. He's been brilliant against City. He's just been overall brilliant so far this season. We're going to try and work our way out from the back here. 39 minutes into the game. Still 1-0. City have come back into it slightly. They've had a few chances. But we're going to work our way upfield. Trying to know who. He's just going to thread one through to Marlon. Got the better of pace over Cancelo, over Kimpembe, over whoever that other defender they've got. If they've got some random centre-back in their team. It's a nice strike. But Edison did have it covered, and it's still 1-0. Moving here into injury time. We've got like 10 seconds left before half-time. The whistle will be blown. We are 1-0 up against Man City at half-time. And as it stands, I think we are in control of this game. It's our game to lose, basically, because we are doing so well. You can see here, Man City actually have the majority of possession, as most Pep Guardiola teams do. We have 5 shots to their 1. So we're doing as much as we can with the possession we have. Man City, on the other hand, they're kind of wasting their possession. They're trying too hard to find the perfect place to shoot, and that's kind of what's hindering them here. But Tonali dives into that tackle, gets called back for a free kick. It was quite a poor tackle, very late. But luckily for us, it wasn't a red card. We've had a lot of red cards so far this season. Tonali's had a few. I think he's had 2, Tonali. But yeah, Gallardo's had 1. Cardenas has had 1. We've had a lot of red cards. A really nice chance there from that free kick as Munir. I think he played for Pep at Barcelona. He might have been coming through the youth academy at that point, but I'm not quite sure. But Harper receives the ball. He plays the ball centrally to Alvarez. Alvarez charges into the box. 1-on-1 with Edison, and he puts his shot just wide and just a bit too high. He aimed for that top left-hand corner, and it did go wide. But the game is going to end as a 1-0 victory. We will be going through to the next round, the final, where I can reveal we will be taking on Liverpool in the FA Cup final. Marlon with the goal scoring today. Just the 1 goal needed to win this game. 10 minutes in. As you can see, Liverpool beat Spurs 2-0. It's going to be us against them in the final, and I think it's going to be a good one. Liverpool are a team on this career mode. They're unlike City, and they put up a good fight against us, Liverpool. I think we drew more games against Liverpool than anyone else on this career mode. The top 6, that is. So yeah, Liverpool's going to be a good one. They're a team that are very competitive against us, and a team we struggle to score against because Alisson is just that good on this career mode. But we move in to the first Premier League game of the episode, where we will be taking on Everton at the Hawthorns. We're at home, so I do expect a good result from this game, and I'll tell you now, it's not going to disappoint this game. 14 minutes in, Chalano, who receives the ball, plays it across to Tonali. Tonali drills it up to Marlon, turns his man brilliantly, strikes it across goal. It's a nice little save there. Kind of forces it with his arm to just go over the crossbar. But you can see here, we're third place on 84 points. City are second on 84. Liverpool is fourth on 82. Chelsea are currently first on 85. They have one game advantage over us, and they are on 85 of the points. They're currently sitting in first, but it's definitely between us, City, and Liverpool this career. And it's a really nice shot, a nice bit of dribbling there by Alvarez. Unfortunately, he can't score the goal, but Marlon is there on the rebound to tuck it into the open net. Makes it 1-0, continues his fine goal scoring form, continues to raise the record in the Premier League. It's brilliant to see. But as I was saying, it's definitely between us, Liverpool and Man City on who's going to win the league this season. Obviously, us being joint with City, only behind on goal difference. Scoring goals with Marlon and just beating and thrashing teams is what's going to help us potentially claw back that goal difference and eventually, hopefully, win this league. Obviously, there's only a few games left. There's this episode. This is a penultimate episode of the season, or of the season number 3. So it's a tough one because I think Man City have like a +10 goal advantage over us. So we're gonna have to beat the next couple of teams by a lot of goals. We're gonna have to thrash them. And to tell you, we've got Spurs and Arsenal still to play. It's going to be a tough one. But we move on into the second half of this game as Alvarez receives the ball. He's just going to thread one through to Marlon. It's a really nice pass there. Gets the better of Nacho Fernandez. One-on-one with Lossell. Just dinks it over the top. He is a Premier League great. I'll tell you that. He's got like 30. He's got 35 goals this season. I think he scored 26 last season. He's already got 50-odd goals in the Premier League in 2 seasons. That is Mo Salah levels right there. It's really good to see how good of a signing he has actually been. As we move on, 54 minutes into the game. 54 minutes into the game. Marlon through on goal. They've tripped up their own player, leaving Chukwueze unmarked. One-on-one. Just strikes it in at the near post. They tackled their own player. It was their own fault there. And it's 4-0. Chukwueze adds to the misery for Everton. They wish they'd never travelled here. I mean, a lot of teams probably think that. A lot of teams probably wish they'd never travelled to the Hawthorns. But we're going to sub off Malin. We're going to rest him for the final few games of the season. We want him fully fit to just extend that record even further. He has already got the hat-trick in this game. As we approach the hour mark, Ollie Burke receives the ball. He gets the better of Ndidi for pace. He just leaves him in his dust. And he's going to cut this one across to Alvarez, who hits the post there. Very fortunate that one actually even went in. But he makes it 5-0. Alvarez, the youngster, gets his name on the score sheet. And he runs over to Everton fans. He's like, remember my fucking name. I am Alvarez. And Alvarez, as I've said many times before, Alvarez is definitely going to be in the first team ahead of Scott as soon as he gets to 80 rated. Because he feels so much better than Dave Scott. It's really weird. Dave Scott's an 82, 83 rated player. And this 75 rated player in Alvarez feels so much nicer on the ball. And Dave Scott's got 90 dribbling. It's just very, very strange. But we move on. We've won that game. Brilliant. We scored as many goals as possible to try and claw back that goal difference, which is also brilliant. But knowing Man City will just go and score 10 goals in their next game. Some shit like that, just to improve their goal difference even further. But we're going into the third and final game of this episode. We will be taking on Spurs at their new stadium. Very nice looking stadium indeed. It's a shame we've got to embarrass them there in front of their own fans. Because we're on fine form. We are just continuing this momentum of winning games. It's brilliant to see. And we're not going to let Spurs get in our way, basically. You can see here the Premier League table. 87 points for us and City. 85 for Liverpool. Once again, Chelsea have played their game in hand and currently on 88. So we could break the 90-point gap with a win today, which is brilliant to see. And we're going to look to do so. 31 minutes into the game. Chalano who receives the ball. He's got Chukwueze making a run on the outside. No one is marking him. He forces Ake out wide. Leaves space for Marlon to run through. One-on-one with the keeper. And he puts it into that bottom left-hand corner past Lafont as he makes it 1-0. Really, really nice piece of play from Chukwueze to drag Ake out wide. Marlon is unmarked in the middle. He'll eventually receive the ball. And that's 37 goals this season for Marlon. It's incredible. He's almost averaged... Well, I guess for the end of the season, he could possibly average 1 goal per game for the whole season if he gets that 38th goal, which would be incredible if he could do so. He's got 2 games to do it. He's got 2 games to score 1 goal. So, knowing Marlon, he'd probably score another hat-trick or something like that. But he turns his ball here nicely, holds up the ball really nicely, great strength. Lays it off to Tonali. Tonali's going to thread one through to Chukwueze. Gets to the byline, cuts back inside on his left foot, drills it across to Tonali, strikes it, blocked. Somehow, Chalanohu gets that one in. I'm not quite sure. But he somehow gets it over the top of the keeper and just puts it into the open net. Very, very fortunate, but it's 2-0. It's keeping up our winning momentum, which we need when we're racing with City and Liverpool. Great save there by Collins, just catches that one, plucks it out of the air. But yeah, when you're running in the title race with City and Liverpool, you need to win every single game. Because if you drop points, that's the title gone to them. Obviously, we're keeping up with City this season really well. It's been between us pretty much, between us and City, pretty much since the beginning of the season. We've beat them, I think we've beat them twice. I know we've beat them once, and I think we might have drew the other one. I can't quite remember, but a really nice piece of skill there by Alvarez. As I've said before, he is incredible. He has great potential. He's going into the first team. He'll probably go into the first team for season number 4. As we win this game, we pick up all 3 points. We continue our momentum. We go over to Poch. We teach him a lesson about how to win at this stadium. And how to win away games, because Poch doesn't know how to win away games. So that's what we're teaching him how to do. But that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. 3 wins out of 3. If you guys have enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and remember, my brother edited this. Jemper Jempster, top of the description. Like, subscribe, and peace.